Hello, IPDL. Hope everyone had a wonderful week of battles. Podcast.
Speaking of wonderful battles, where were they?
Oh, so get them.
Are half the battles.
Get those guys. Get them.
Almost there.
Almost there.
We were so close to being caught up.
Thank you,
like everyone got their
appreciate you. Enjoy the
week 2 makeup battles in, and then on like Saturday, 5 people asked for an extension, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
It's spring. Everyone wants to be doing literally anything else.
I wouldn't say that. I can't
Me
think of
playing
anything else
Pokemon.
I'd rather do than be here on the podcast with my friends.
Yo, Cake, appreciate it.
talking about
Thank you.
Pokemon.
Hope you enjoyed the emotes. Welcome back in. Yippee, yippee.
Speaking of friends and podcasts, Velocity, what'd you have for dinner?
Podcast.
I'm gonna serve you a knuckle sandwich if you don't fucking straighten up.
He had fajitas, just so
I
that
did have-
everyone gets the closure that they need.
I did have fajitas,
That's dope. That's dope. That's based.
which
What was in the
has filled me
fajita?
with beef with Evan. So
Okay, it was a beef fajita. I got it.
Was it actually beef?
it was actually beef. I'm gonna carry this beef into when I meet Evan in week 6 when he's still undefeated and the Titan of the league.
Stop it! Stop
And
saying
the
Curse him.
the untoppable Titan will have to face off against his old pal.
Yo, Ashley, I really
Down on
appreciate
his
that.
luck.
Thanks for you for the prime. Welcome back in. Hope you enjoy your
Getting kicked
emotes.
around, and I'm gonna be there, and he's gonna
Alright.
look at me, and then I'm gonna pull a gun.
We
Yippee.
were just talking about killing you with a gun while you were gone.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Unfortunately, I've shot first on the podcast, so
Bang.
Holy. So, pray tell, in this imaginary scenario
yes.
where I'm undefeated, what is your record?
I have no wins. All the pressure's on you, brother.
Fuck. I blame Mike.
To quote Luca, I'm sorry, Velocity. He won't be undefeated next week.
No,
Oh.
it's okay.
Ooh,
Evan is
okay.
too strong. Evan is too good. He's on too much of a roll. I can't see anything happening to him that would shake this kind of momentum. Like he's just an absolute behemoth right now.
He is kind of having a killer season, huh?
He's unstoppable. I don't think a single.
It's week
person-
3, guys. Like, we're
I
not
don't think
even
a
that
single
far
person.
in.
I remember the last time he was 3-0 through 3 weeks.
No.
I remember the last time he was 5-0, actually.
Oh, so true. He gamed that season, right? I stopped watching after he was 5-0, but I'm pretty sure he did not lose a game.
Yeah, I definitely didn't go 5-6 that season.
Unlucky. It's not necessarily IPDL news today, but it is kind of a Pokemon related news that I wanted to talk about at the start here. We saw some Pokemon defeats in the ladder that shook the competitive Pokemon world by storm. We saw Moist Critical on his week 1 of Pokemon beat one of the top showdown players, and it's been quite a bit of a comedy on Twitter. Or X for you new goers.
It's always so embarrassing when you talk so much shit and lose.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, like when Evan's gonna lose to me, it's gonna be really embarrassing.
I haven't talked any shit.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
wait. I feel like there are some DMs that would out you, Evan.
I haven't talked any
Ooh.
shit about Pokemon this season. I've talked 0 shit about Pokemon this season.
Okay,
Now, if you
okay.
want to go back in time and dredge up the fucking 2023 message about me
Yeah,
saying
okay.
I've already counted you as a win at the end of season 19, you can go get that fucking message.
God. I will never forget that one too, but
That one was brutal.
Wait, what happened?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Anyways, up next we got the Buggo comic. If Evan would like to take the reins on this.
Yeah, I got you.
And you can ask Carly and Velocity for assistance if you need.
I will be.
There you go. There's your comic for this week.
Alright. Velocity, I want you to be Beedrill. And Carly, if you wouldn't mind being both Caterpie and Butterfree.
Of course.
All right. Hey, Caterpie, you know that TV show Severance about the people who split their consciousness into two separate people?
I've vaguely heard of it, but what's that got to do with the draft league?
I figured I would do that, but in real life. That way I have double the chance of doing well in draft.
I can think of a few issues with that idea, but sure, go for it, buddy. Hey, buddy, you're currently dead last in the league.
Bummer, but I'm sure my alternate self is probably doing way better.
Hey, buddy, you're currently dead last in this league.
Bummer, but I'm sure my alternate self is probably doing way better.
Me when I joined 2 draft leagues.
Do you think there's anyone smurfing in IPDL?
Yes.
If anyone, it's SJ or Boise.
Australian Ryan is he just came back.
No.
No, but like
I'm talking about literally smurfing.
Yeah,
Like, they are simultaneously in League 1 and in League 2 or 3.
you got the psyops going. Who would you pick as your number 1 Evan for that?
Who would I pick as the number 1 person who's
Smurfing in 2 leagues.
simultaneously smurfing in 2 leagues? Come back later. I'll do some research.
Okay.
Evan's going to identify the psyops within IPDL.
You guys better watch out.
Wait, is it Velocity?
Huh?
Is Velocity the one committing the psyops?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. Kimchi showed up, and the only thing I know about them is that they're, quote, Carly's friend.
Yeah?
It could just be a second Velocity.
That's the way you're going with this?
I wouldn't call Velocity my friend. That's bold.
Holy.
Unlucky. Time to get into these battles. First one we got up to date, we got Cat and Hellborn, aka the Mustard versus the Hellborn Angel. Who picked this battle and why?
I picked this battle for 3 reasons. 1, it features Hellborn. 2, it features Cleavor, who we notably talked about last week or 2 weeks ago and called a fraud for like not showing up at all this season in the first 2 weeks.
I think that was you specifically calling him that, but
It was because I have him on my team and I hadn't brought him yet.
I'm some kind of prophet.
And then 3, Mustard, like, I don't want to spoil the battle, but Mustard wins and that's hype.
Can we-
Second experience of Latios.
Can we just talk for a quick second about how cool Mustard Uwu is?
go for it,
Absolutely,
Carly.
we can talk about that.
I love her. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm so glad that we can get that out of the way.
If anything, Mustard's kind of a pioneer in the league. Started the whole condiment gang, now has a squad.
Really been cooking.
Genuinely, people just want to be her so bad. It's wonderful.
Well, let's get into it. As usual, if there's any points you want to stop, rewind, go back, talk about something, let me know.
I like the start of the double handshake with status into rocks.
Handshake emojis.
As this match goes on, I want to discuss this quad sire set, by the way.
Yeah, what about this? Toxic Stealth Rock Protect so far?
Yeah, what do we think the last move is?
It could be anything, really.
Surely it's a move to, do some damage, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, of course,
surely.
it would have to be. Probably Earthquake.
Well, yeah, that'd be really good in this situation.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of things on Mustard's team that are pretty weak to Earthquake.
Oh.
It's counter.
Right.
That's pretty standard, I think. I think that's the
Certainly,
usual
we can
quad
hit
set.
this Petulant with any of our moves.
That's
that's one that can't hit.
I don't know, but I ain't going anywhere.
we clawed.
Youch.
Itty bitty.
I thought Mustard was part of Nickname Gang.
God, Galvantula is so fucking cool.
Mustard is part of Nickname Gang. Actually, in the chat of this battle, you'll see that Mustard said, "Oops, I forgot to nickname my Mons." And then someone
Ooh.
said, "Do live nicknames," and for the rest of the match, typed in a nickname every time a Mon came out.
That's base. Oh shit, we boosting. For the second time.
Imagine if this Torkoal actually had Drought and that was boosted. Oh my god.
That'd be Sedge.
I think maybe that's why we didn't bring Drought.
Oh shit.
Makes sense.
We clawed.
Rocks have been reestablished and there's no spinner to speak of.
They are here for the rest of the match on both sides.
Okay.
This
Your
is
PP
gaming.
forfeit.
You may not like it, but this is what peak competitive Pokemon looks like.
Oh yeah, technically
You gotta
Cleavor
count
could be a
on that,
defogger, but I'm not gonna believe it.
SJ, I said spinner, not removal.
So how was everyone's weekend?
It's been okay. Just relaxing, you know.
Yeah. Who do you think's relaxing more, Art or this Clodsire?
Jesus Christ.
Probably the
Hard, I
Clodsire. It's close though. It's close.
No Shadow Balls left.
10 more Shadow Balls, please, waiter.
Waiter, 10 more Shadow Balls, please.
What's the berry that gives you more PP of a move?
Lepa.
Lappa?
Is that technically banned because of like an infinite battle or whatever?
No, it's banned with use of Recycle or with Revival Blessing.
No, I see.
In this league, we just banned Revival Blessing Cheese. But there we go, Cleavor showing up.
Yippee! I think that was 3 kills for it, right? Or was it,
It was.
4? It was at least 3. It's pretty big. Up next, we got Firetrip versus Surrey. Who picked this battle and why?
I picked this one.
Yeah, give me a real good reason why we're here today.
Graphia is here.
That's a pretty good reason. Does it do something silly? Some
Look
plug?
at him. I don't know. I haven't seen this battle. I just saw Graphia was here.
I
No
hate
shot,
this
brother.
guy.
Are you actually doing this?
This is a live look.
I hate this guy. Okay, we'll get into
I
it.
actually really like Graphia. I'm like,
Oh,
maybe not his strongest
Oh.
soldier, but because that's probably Firetrip, but I'm like definitely in Graphia's camp.
that was a crazy turn 1.
Absolutely.
Deoxys White is mad funny.
That is a good nickname. Yo, so let's talk about that start of a turn. I feel like that was unfortunate on mostly Firetrip's side.
The Thunderbolt Para, well,
Into the 97% off the liquidation.
I guess it depends on how, like, was that a mid-roll versus or a low roll on the liquidation? Because that's what matters the most. Because the Thunderbolt was 2KOing regardless.
Oh.
So it matters mostly on did the liquidation roll though.
Let's just go max attack Araquanid. Because I don't know the spread. Liquidation. into which Thunderous was that? That was Thunderous.
Well, according to Firejoy, it was a 43% chance to kill, so...
Alright, well.
That to me sounds like it's a mid-roll-ish. Maybe even on the higher end. Oh shit, it's less Raging Bolt. I know Carly loves Raging Bolt.
I actually do love Raging Bolt. Him and his long neck. Something about it.
That's a good call.
That was a good call. Was a cool Mon to have around until it, committed crimes against humanity.
I still don't even remember it committing crimes against humanity. It felt like it did fine. You know?
Yeah.
No more
I think
helmet.
it was just one of those it just created unfavorable endgame situations that most people didn't find enjoyable, kind of similar to King Gambit, and that's why we decided to get rid of it.
Oh no, the para. Oh yeah, the para came in big here from that first turn. Well, a free
Finally showed
combine.
up. Oh, goodbye.
Yes, a crit. Oh shit, we're finally getting hazards up. The world of doing no damage both ways.
At least Nightshade is like, never mind. I take it back.
Big switch on both sides. Oh,
And he's gone.
Grafia was no longer an expert. He got the boots.
Thunderous, look out. It's a blizzard out here.
Thunderous Storm, get down.
Terra ground? Ooh. Did no damage.
You hate to see it.
Thank you, Omega defensive Pokemon.
Omega defensive Pokemon with available. Goes kind of crazy. Oh. Except when your name's Meowscarada.
Oh my god.
The item was already knocked off previous, so, didn't do enough.
That reduced damage.
Holding on.
I didn't try to just quick with it, huh?
Yeah. He's a speedy little boy that can get up to 342.
I wonder what Surrey meant when they said calc lied to me. I wonder what the calc was lying about.
Firetrue said same as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming it had to do with the
Knockoff was probably supposed
item
to
not
kill.
being off on the calc.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely an assumption. We can look at the teams quickly here, since they showed team at the end of the battle.
Snow increased defense.
The Terra Electric Terra Blast is fun on the Keldeo.
Very fun, very fun. Little encore action there with the Clefable that we didn't see. Oh, it was Scarf Treads.
Defense. Goofy weather.
We've seen a lot of low kick too, just on movesets in general this season.
Actually, I kind of agree with you there. I feel like for the first few seasons that it was back in Gen 9, people overvalued Alola Ninetales, and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell off maybe about 2 seasons ago, where now it's getting highly undervalued for how good it is.
Yeah, it really can set up a like Carrymon really well. Like Ursaluna with all the Ninetales, very strong.
And I think that might also just be due to the fact that we kind of got rid of Baxcalibur, so now Snow is just less good.
That was a while ago though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I
Yeah,
also feel like Alola Ninetales can do a good amount of damage in its own right. Like
that's so
having
true.
the defensive boost from ice and being able to still do a fair amount of damage, and also setting up more offensive mons to carry is really valuable.
Absolutely.
And like it has good coverage too. Like the only thing you're scared of really on it is steel types, but
I was gonna say, yeah, as SJ just said exactly what I was gonna say, the fast encore.
we got our next matchup with Luca and Rex, who picked this battle and why.
I did, and it's because, one, it was just an overall good battle, but two, it raises a talking point that I want to bring up about Mega Metagross.
Mega Metagross is in this game?
Yeah, well,
Did I say Mega? Oh my god.
you did.
I meant to just say Metagross, and my brain just died.
he was. I was like, he's cooking.
Man, Lukov's really got a good team. What the fuck?
They let Megas on their shit.
Yeah. Just Lukov.
Holy.
And it's like a banned Mega as well, even in that dex. Holy, he's cooking. We'll get into it though.
Anyways, Metagross is a mon I want to talk about today.
Oh.
I feel like, he's been back for a while, and I just feel like he hasn't really been highly valued. Like, he gets
Let's fucking
drafted
go.
here and there.
It's week 1 recap all over again. This is great.
What do you mean?
We talked about Metagross like fucking for 10 minutes on week 1. Because we watched 2 battles with it. We were like, oh, and it came out of nowhere again. Isn't that crazy how it's been disrespected for so long?
Well, no, so the point I was going to make today is that we didn't talk about last time is the fact that the tier has had like 8 million ground types that should like kind of scare it out.
Yep.
But in the last couple seasons, we've seen it make a resurgence, and I want to know what's bringing people back to Metagross.
The way the wind blows, brother. I don't even notice in this league people love to latch onto something.
I personally got really excited for it when it got the addition of Psychic Fangs, just so you can break those screens, and I thought that would be one of the reasons why stuff like Alola Ninetales was valued less, but I don't think it correlates.
I've been using it and I've been really enjoying it. Like even in my battle versus Sot, although I lost that one, Sot didn't respect Metagross and lost him on for it.
Also, just its overall performance in this battle, as we'll see later, is it does so much.
Recovering at full HP.
Tailwind and recover is so funny.
The heavy slam, trying to call something out.
Ooh.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Wow.
He's fine. He's fine.
I don't know. That's
He's fine. He's fine.
Oh,
Oh, that's not.
We got there.
Yeah, it's boost time.
oh, there's the terror into a nasty plot.
Whoa.
That was a crazy turn.
He just eats it too.
No.
He does so much damage and he just eats it.
Oh no.
Oh, set up part 2. Body slam. Oh,
And
Goodbye.
I wonder what the body slam was for.
And we're setting up. I don't know, but it's also really fucking cool to run Body Slam on
It just
Dragapult.
it feels like it's just not a good move for it, but like maybe there's a cook.
Is
Oh, it's so close. Oh, power
Oh,
miss.
no.
oh no! It's a move that can miss.
Oh no.
Oh, there's a crit
The
though.
crit.
We balance it out.
And guess who's here to clean up?
My man.
And you?
Tough battle for Rex, but
Absolutely.
definitely a Metagross highlight, that's for sure. Valiant did not touch the field, notably.
It happens from time to time.
Wow, what a surprise! The Valiant team winning, regardless of the fact that it exists. Wow.
Again, though, there are plenty of Pokemon out there that are just... We talk about Valiant being a fraud, but it is strong enough where you have to respect it, even in the team building phase.
Luca
And, like,
can't even
even if
remember
it
what his
doesn't-
Valiant was.
Even if it doesn't show up, you still have to,
Okay, maybe Miss Hedman.
like, think about it, and you might not have other coverage at that point. Kinda true.
I think the most terrifying thing about Valiant is its like sheer amount of set options. It can run so much.
It can run a lot. In this case, Luca confirmed that it was Terra Normal, so I scrolled up and see it there. I guess it was to make a guessing scenario for Dragapult, whether it wanted to go for a Dragon move versus a Ghost move.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alright, up next we got Evan versus Armin. I'm guessing Velocity picked this battle, but
You're so right.
why'd you pick this one up?
I picked this one because it's Hisui and Lilican, and that's based. We'd love to see that. But also because, you know, we got to take a peek at the #1 Titan of League One, never going to lose a battle. Evan the GOAT, perfect record, coming for the title.
You do remember I have to fight Ashday this season, right?
You'll never miss. Yeah,
Mhm.
regular season SJ.
It's a different demon, that's for sure.
Bro, no, he shifts in the fucking playoff mode.
He does he sneaks right into playoffs no matter what kind of a thing, whether it's on the high end or low end, and then he's a demon.
Gets in. And then he's a different. He's a creature. It's a creature feature.
Featuring the creature.
Exactly.
I like
Not only
the
featuring Ashday, a creature.
I like the 3 mons
It's a
with
good
sun
thing.
abilities and no sun in sight. That's what I like here.
So true.
But we'll get
You know,
into
this
it.
team would be really good with a Torkoal, maybe.
I think the Great Tusk scared him out of it.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes a lot of... Oh, holy moly.
okay, you want to talk about that turn 1, Evan?
Yeah, so
You're so
Mamo
cool.
broke my team in half during prep. As you can see, Mogus and fucking Heatran both don't want to be taking an Earthquake. And even an Earthquake going into my physically defensive Primarina did like over half. So I could never technically switch into the Mamo if I wanted to get the kill. So there was a very small chance that there was a Mamo lead, and we threw counter kind of as like a tech move. Now, 2 Stone Axes did also kill. However, I didn't want to risk him being scarfed and just outspeeding me anyways, because I wasn't scarfed. And thankfully, I did click counter because he was scarfed.
It might have been a really fucked up for turn 1 for you if that thing just clicked rocks and you click counter.
Did anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, it would have. It was a gamble.
Ooh.
You love to see the gambling techs work out, though. Like, I always love to see that.
Let's go
I am
gambling.
stashed, however, so even if he did... Yeah, Ashea was stashed. So even if he did throw rocks the first turn, I was then at least able to still get a counter off later.
Oh shit, there's a lot of switching going on. Ooh, yikes, a crit. Huh, pain split though.
Oh,
Lumberry?
saved. Where's so bag?
The Terra Steel here was just to confirm the kill.
Yep.
I felt like it was worth it.
Charge me.
Also,
Charge
Charge
Beam
Beam
is
is
so
a funny move.
cool. He's so cool.
And then it forces the Terra Dark as well to knock me out.
Not getting that boost though feels so bad. That's so lame.
Wait, were you Scarf Prim as well?
No.
Oh, wrong guy.
Yup.
Yo.
Podcast.
Ultrim, welcome on in. Appreciate the prime. Hope you enjoyed the
I
emotes.
love 4.
That
Podcast.
looks like a sleepy scream tail.
He's so sleepy.
It is a sleepy Screamtail. Spore almost wasn't on this team. And I'm glad we decided to put it there.
What changed your staff of preppers' minds?
AKA Ryan Pro.
AKA
Originally, instead of physical defensive Amogus, we had special defensive Amogus with Assault Vest. And then we realized that running Worry Seed was too good into the Glide score that didn't show up. And at that point, we had a free move slot, so we chucked the Spore on.
Love to see Worry Seed against Skyscore.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. And to be honest, I could have won the game with +1 differential of not having this Zoroark die if I had just stayed in and clicked Shadow Ball like 2 more times. But I was too worried about the Lilligant having a move that could OHKO my Zoroark. So leaving it in on Shadow Ball and not being able to guarantee an OHKO was too scary for me, especially when I had defensive options like available.
Bulk up.
You
screen
bulk up,
tail.
which is fun. And then for some reason, I don't know what I'm fucking thinking here. I don't clear the fucking stages.
Yeah, no clears of the Smogon.
What's the worst that could happen?
It waking up and being in a tantrum.
Well, the crit didn't help.
Did the crit matter?
But if I take... No, it just didn't help.
Okay.
No, it just...
Right, of course. What do you think I-90 meant when he said Wogue?
The jackpack. He went, whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that says Wogue.
Wogue.
it does say Wogue.
What did bro mean by that?
And thank you, Luke. That was kind of my idea to mess around with the Prim also having Hyper Voice and pivoting around that. Despite the fact that I didn't actually have Hyper Voice on Prim, but he didn't know that at the time, so it works.
There we go. Evan with the 3-0.
We do it. We're out here.
Great job, Evan.
Thank you.
Alright, up next, we got a Zard special, as usual with the podcast guys here of Evan or Velocity. Who picked this battle and why?
It was me.
No Zard Blazers this podcast is.
Other than Zard existing here, what's the reason why you picked this battle?
God, just look at him.
Yeah, you have to pick another reason other than Zard existing.
It was a good battle, and if I didn't pick this, I was afraid that there would be no L2 battle shown.
Bro, Sal's
I want-
team is so close to looking like my team from last season. It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
It does
It'd be
look
really
like
cool if someone
Streamtail's
said
floating.
How do we feel about
Well-
Cyclizar?
It's ominous. I have a newfound respect for Cyclizar in a new light, but once he misses something, then I'll be back to fucking hating that mon.
To me, he just feels bad. He doesn't do
Well,
enough
he's
damage.
alright.
He doesn't have enough health. He isn't quite fast enough.
He's pretty fast, bro. There's one thing he's good at.
There's a second point on the Screamtail floating. I've seen Screamtail in like the anime. This thing's supposed to be like huge. Why does it look so small?
I think it's just the sprite we have available.
Well,
Also, Pokemon anime known for being accurate to the sizes of what they say things are.
I'm just saying that, like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be bigger than Cyclizar in game and in the anime.
You know,
Anyways, we'll get into
it's
it.
just because it's still a sprite. It has been nice to see them start updating the sprites again. Youch.
You don't want to take that.
You don't want to take that either.
Oh.
The Rocky Helmet chip.
Do we think Cyclizar would be a better Mon if it had better access to physical moves with shift gear?
No.
Probably.
It already has good moves for shift gear, and that's just how bad it is.
I think the issue with Cyclizar is it was designed around Shedtail, and we said no, not allowed.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have made Shedtail fucked up.
That's true.
That is very true.
Ouch! Resisted, by the way.
Like look at that. That's just not good. But I guess base 70 HP with base 65 special defense will do that to you. Yeah, I think the problem is he just doesn't have... He's both lacking in bulk and offense. So he doesn't quite hit hard enough, and he doesn't take hits well enough.
I mean, it's like Earth said. It's almost like he was built for the utility he's not allowed to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, it's half of Cyclizar's health, a base 70, for a Shedtail substitute.
Yeah, which is reasonable for a sub. Because you have to keep in mind that that keeps into the, like, if you switch into a really bulky defensively Mon, then, like, 50% of the Cyclizar's health is still, like, calculated into the defense of the new Mon.
Kaboom.
Also, Sacred Fire going crazy.
He will never one-shot the goat.
It pressed 7 Sacred Fires and won the game, basically. What a crazy turn of Entei. Up next, we got Velocity versus Starlight here. Who picked this battle and why?
I picked this battle because I am the narcissist this week. I picked me and Evan. Fuck you, League 3. Only one battle from League 3 this week. That's because there was only one other League 3 battle when I submitted, and it was a 6-0, and I didn't want to show that. So here we are.
That's fair. Any Mon specifically you want to highlight or talk about in this battle before we get into it?
I landed in this battle, and I saw Milotic, and then I glanced at my sets, and I went, oh, that's going to be a problem.
We'll get into it then.
And then just for fun, it fucking flame orbs turn 1, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a big problem.
At least it's heal blocked.
Yeah.
It is heal blocked. Oh, and it's gone.
Goodbye.
I was really hoping you would kill this thing without it getting a kill, because I made a statement towards Starlot in general chat earlier in the day.
What did you say? I didn't even notice.
Well, I'll see if it becomes relevant. I don't remember if Cinderace gets a kill or not.
I think you head smash very cool. Love head smash. My head smashes have not been good this season.
Nah.
Cannot buy one of those hitting.
I think
set up on those though.
The really unfortunate thing about this battle for you, Velocity, is that Starlight kind of just clicks a pivot move every other turn, and there's not a ton that it seems like you're doing about it. If you can do anything about it.
Bio.
Anyway, Cosmic Force is saving Starlot from his misinput. He was supposed to Terra that turn, then it wouldn't have mattered, but... Fun fact, if that didn't crit, and he forgot to Terra, I wouldn't have died.
You do kill it without it getting a kill. Alright, so earlier in the day, or the day before, Starlot had said in chat, like, every Mon I've brought has at least gotten a kill or not died. And I was like, good luck doing that with Cinderace on your team. Am I right, fellas?
Well,
Because he hadn't brought it yet.
damn. You had to
And
call
then
out
sure
Cinderace
enough-
like that?
Sure enough, it shows up and it dies without getting a kill.
That's fucked up of you, Evan. Okay.
I was just saying it to be funny.
You know what's really fucked up?
Yep.
They removed the defense drop from liquidation and didn't tell me.
Oh yeah?
It's so fucked up.
Well, were you unaware?
Does Unaware get rid of that?
Well, unaware would make it
No.
irrelevant.
Yeah, if you get the defense drop and you're unaware, you ignore their defense drop.
Okay, but I still want to see it go off.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't matter. I felt a little sad when I didn't see the boost there.
Oh,
God, if that
imagine.
boosted, ooh, it would have been so good.
0-11 clueless. We are one tank. What are we doing?
Yeah, I was a little bit.
It was
Like,
a cook for a different day, apparently.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Whole team's fucking poisoned.
Not him.
Wait a minute. It's Don Bozover. I believe in a man named Steve, and Steve is Don Dozo in this situation.
The song of my people. So, unfortunately, this is the part of the battle where we're going to increase the speed.
Yep, makes sense to me.
We might even just go to one of those.
Yeah, yeah. And there's the haste.
Yippee burned! You got skull burned again!
Oh, yippee.
How much HP does Harkonine have?
54.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does
okay.
not survive a scald, if that's the question. He never did.
No, I know he never did, but I wanted to know if there was anything we could do here.
I was
At some
wondering.
point I try it.
I was wondering if you had to like stall him out of PP by like clicking rest
This is where
and
I
then
try
not
it.
clicking sleep talk.
I was hoping he would haze there, but he didn't.
So, you got the dog in, right?
Oh, you got
He
another
got the
kill.
one shot. Yes.
Oh, the crit.
Oh shit, you
Put
got
in the
another
wrong
2
mod.
kills.
Oh, so close.
The crit happened on
Yeah.
the Milo ticket kills, but
Yeah, but
It
that's
is what it is.
asking for
Well,
a bit much.
of course it was fishing. But it's sad to see it crit the thing that it didn't need to crit and then not crit.
Does it kill the
True.
melodic even with a crit?
I think so, but maybe I'm wrong.
Because like crits don't do a ton extra, right?
It's what?
It's
Isn't it
1.5
50%
times. Yeah,
Yeah.
not with the same roll. Yeah, you wouldn't have crit with this hit specifically,
Oh,
or you
well.
wouldn't kill with this in a crit.
Don't matter then. Who care?
Unlucky. But we do have one last battle for you guys today. This was a Carly pick battle since she didn't have one done this week. She decided to pick a makeup battle from week 2 that was done this week. So Carly, you want to talk about this battle?
Yes. I like a lot of things that happened in this battle. I thought it was a ton of fun to watch. I also just generally like Luke Hobbs' team here. I think if I'm Smarmy looking at this team with the team that Smarmy has, I'm really upset.
You're also being called up for not having battle done today by people named SJ and yeah. So what do you want to say to SJ right now?
Honestly, SJ, one, heck you, Stinky. Two, it's not my fault I didn't battle. It's Lego. He needed an extension, and he was my week 3 opponent.
You didn't battle though.
I battled in
Talk about
other
Legos
leagues,
again.
but that doesn't matter here.
That's true. That's true. Oh, that could have been funny though if you just grabbed a battle from another league and we just randomly put it in. That could have cooked.
Oh, we should have done that.
But we'll get into this one. We see 2 frog-related nicknames over there on Lookup's side, and then we got X-Woman. How do you feel about these nicknames, Carly?
Well, known misogynist Lou Cobb. That's a joke.
Ooh, that's not a good look. I also said, Luca, you had 3 Pog Frogs during this battle, and I was hit with the actually Swampert is an axolotl.
But it has frog in the name.
I know.
Also, wabam.
Well, bam! I also think this was the point of the battle where I-90 said that Tornadus wouldn't have setup and U-turn, and that point was proven wrong. Ooh, a paralyze on the spiky shield. Actually, kind of unfortunate for Smarmy because it doesn't get the extra chip. Oh shit, we're stealing the Shuka berry and eating it? That's sick.
I'm gonna take a shuka berry and eat it.
Oh shit, there's that low kick.
Frog Rap Supreme.
Into the Frog Whopper.
Whoa.
I really like Lou Cobb's names here.
Yeah?
Just tickle your fancy.
Yeah, they kind of
big frog fan.
I love frogs.
Frogs are so cute.
McFrog!
The McFrog.
You can tell that Lou Cobb had some takeaway or something as he was naming his mons.
Oh shit, that muddy water is huge. Imagine if Earthquake missed.
Holy.
Gets there with the poison. And we see the Terra normal setup. Terra goes encore.
Oh, the quick encore. The sturdy?
Getting spiky with it. Oh shit, it's mixed.
The
The
spiky.
Moon Blast is so good.
And unfortunately, even with the drop, the Valiant lives against the Dragonite and is able to 2-hit KO it. So big W from Luco.
BW indeed. What good battles that have happened in these last couple days.
That was a double Luca featured double win, right?
Yep.
You went
Yeah,
kind of
honestly,
crazy with it.
Don't tell Lou Cobb this, guys, but I'm kind of a Lou Cobb fan. I think he's putting in a really good performance this season.
Well, sadly, if Velocity is anything to believe, that performance comes to an end next week.
It is unfortunate that he's going up against the Colossus himself.
I hate this guy.
The unkillable Titan.
I hate this guy.
Alright. Up next, we got a little bit of trades to look at.
Oh, yippee yippee.
So
love
first
this guy,
off,
don't
we got the set Titan crumbling from Shader's hands into the pools and picking up a Buggo.
I was honestly surprised to see that Yanmega was available in a league featuring Hellborn.
That's so true.
Listen, he got all of the playing of Yen Mega out of his system last season. Surely he's got to take a season break, and then he'll just pick it up next season for sure.
Probably.
Also, in response to the Titan being dropped, I believe this actually happened beforehand of changing the Terra Captain to Garchomp, and then it was traded away. Or I think he could have just traded it away and he would have got this for free.
I don't know if he got dinged or not.
I don't know if he got dinged, but
I don't know if Armin gave him the benefit of the doubt or not. Give him the workaround.
This is Shader.
Yeah, it would have been Shader.
Hold on. No, he got the captain swap dinged.
That's an unfortunate look.
It's so funny.
And then as quickly as the Titan dropped off, he is now in the hands of somebody else. This guy's in picking it up.
To be fair, it's just an upgrade.
Probably true.
That's not very nice.
I love Sandslash, and I love Alolan Sandslash. I used this Mon on my team when I played that generation. It's not it.
This trade is incorrect. It is Button Guy that picked up the Titan.
Oh, you're right. I did get the wrong one. That is the wrong one.
Well, that's a velocity issue.
Oh.
And Skyson did trade his Terra Captain.
One fumble. That's not active yet. Nice try, though.
Well, you're going to put his picture up there, and you're going to be incorrect. So
that is probably
I'm
where
just
the wires got crossed. To be
I'm
fair,
just giving you the benefit of the doubt and saying that it's an understandable mistake, but I take it back now. Fuck you, Velocity. You're wrong, and everyone point and laugh at Velocity.
I'm pointing at his profile picture on my Discord. It might take me a long time to go and physically point at him.
We're also going to go look at Sal, who traded away one electric type for another. He traded away the lawnmower for a spider to live in his house.
Honestly, based, spiders are just little guys. They want to live.
I don't know if Gilventula is a little guy, though, but, yeah.
Like, he gives little guy energy. Look at him. Don't you just want to, like, pat his head?
I think Joltik gives little guy energy, but I don't think Galvantula does.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe that's just me. And then we are going to look at the matchups for next week. Since we don't have any win graphics today because of how many battles just weren't done, we decided not to do those. But looking at your next week, we got League 1 here, going into Week 4. We'll start with you, Evan. How do you feel about your matchup this week against Lukob, since we've talked about it already a little bit?
Man, I'm scared of that Mon that has been doing really well this season. You know what's messed up?
What's messed
up? I literally
up?
just talked about the fact that, like, ground types check Metagross, and that's why, you know, I feel like it hasn't really been seen that much up until recent seasons because ground is so prevalent. But I have, like, the one ground type that dies to Metagross.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah. So we'll see where this goes. Also, you know, the whole Valiant situation isn't great.
Well, let's see what you can do to build around that. Velocity, you're next. How do you feel about your matchup against Ivo this week?
I'm not feeling very good, man. I don't think it's a great matchup. I'm a little worried for a couple things.
He hates me. He just despises me.
What?
Go ahead, have your fucking setup, whatever Mon you decide. Come into a Scarf Ditto and enjoy your 4-0, buddy. Your 0-4, whatever you want to call it.
A piece of candy.
You just copied what I said in a mocking tone. What do you mean?
I was making a joke because the battle already happened.
Oh fuck! I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh
It
my
did.
god, get owned, Evan.
I'm the bad guy. No. No. What have I done?
He is the bad guy. He is the bad guy. Carly, any of these other 4 battles, which one would you be most interested in for next week?
I'm super excited to see the I-90 battle, Wooloo Wranglers. As we all know, as much as I love to hate I-90, I love to prey on his downfall, but that's my fucking boy. Love to see him battle. He's really strong, really creative. I love that guy. Also a huge fan of SJ's team. Some really cool, really hot genius drafted it for him. So you know,
True.
I really think that he's got a really solid draft. And really excited to see him use it.
I hope to one day meet the mastermind behind that draft.
Me too.
Alright, moving on to League 2. We got a couple of gamers right here. First off...
Sorry.
Yeah,
There's one more thing I wanted to say about League 1.
Go for it, Evan.
As it stands currently, both Armin and Smarmy have no wins, and they will be going up against each other in Week 4, so interested to see who breaks the loss streak.
Whoever breaks the loss rate could get also a lot of momentum from that. It's just one win
That's what I'm
sometimes that
saying.
carries you forward.
Yep.
For me this week, I got Fire Truck, and we already have a battle scheduled, so tune in Tuesday evening if you want to see that. Carly, how do you feel about your battle this week upcoming against Sal?
Love Sal. My current record versus Sal is 0-2, so we're hoping to change that, even the score a little bit. And I'm gonna do my absolute best.
Yippee! Okay, Velocity, what battle are you looking forward to the most out of the remaining ones?
I mean, it's got to be Zard Saw, right? That's a throwdown.
That's your game, the ABA players.
That's a game to watch for sure. That one's a fucking typhoon.
And Evan, how about you?
No, hold on. What does he mean by that's a typhoon?
You're not gonna want to miss it.
Alright, well, yeah, moving on. Do we know when Lego's coming back?
He should be back this week, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he did say that he was available this week for our game, so we'll have the makeup battle.
Well, in that case, I am excited for Zig v Lego, and we already talked about the other matches I'm kind of really excited for, so I think it should be a good week, assuming we have actual battles.
So true. Okay.
We've almost had more Week 4 battles happen already than Week 3 battles happened before the time I submitted battles at.
Yeah, and for context, that was at 6 p.m. my time, EST.
Speaking of Week 4 battles...
For all the lawyers out there, that is a hyperbole. I am well aware that the number of battles done for Week 4 does not actually equal or greater to Week 3 battles that were done at 6 p.m. EST.
Well, we got a cat versus kimchi battle there next week. Cough. Didn't already happen.
I can't wait to see that one.
That's a fun one between two funny little guys. Carly, if you had to choose another battle, which one are you looking forward to the most?
I think I'm looking forward to Cruiser v Hellborn. Hellborn's been on some funny shit this season, and I'm kind of excited to see how that plays out.
Love to see it. Evan, how about you? Which battle are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to Hunter versus Eltrim, That one has a not the biggest amount of history, but a little bit of history because they do fantasy football stuff together. And obviously Button Guy versus Tom. We all know it was coming. What are you laughing about?
Yeah, it's Button Guy battle. Yeah.
Well, actually, you motherfucker, it's because they're friends. And Tom was the one who
Of
invited
course,
Button Guy to the league.
They're gonna
Also,
like
your
they're gonna.
Tom logo is slightly too high.
I
Fuck
will
you.
run through you in real life. You're right. It is a little floaty.
Oof. Anyways, Velocity, what battle are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to when I fist fight Evan in real life this
Oh my
coming
god,
week.
give a real answer, you dramatic little man.
I was gonna have to go AFK for a second, but now those are fighting words. I'll have to hold off going AFK for a second. Come at me, bro.
If you guys
I mean-
do have a fist fight, can we stream it on the podcast? Like, I want to see.
No. Pay-per-view only.
Got my ass beat. I ain't posting that. To answer the question, I am looking forward to the Skyson Aussie Ryan battle because it should be a good one. Should be interesting to see.
Can we fight at the Calgary Hoop or the Calgary Bridge?
Well, bro, it'll last so long we can move from one to the other. It'll be like a fucking Family Guy chicken fight. We'll be like rolling down the hill and
We
stuff.
We knock the hoop out of its like weldings and we're running on top of it fighting.
Yeah, it's like a hamster wheel.
Yep. Goes over the bridge into the stampede. Oh no.
I am. Yeah, you got that little fight out of your system.
Mad funny.
Honestly, if you don't stop, I'm going to put you both in separate rooms looking at the wall for the next 10 minutes.
You know,
I already look at the wall.
Yeah, I also look at the wall.
Well,
Alright,
speaking of walls,
He's gone.
we're gonna be setting up for the Carly game show, featuring the contestants of Velocity and Evan.
Featuring the creatures.
The creatures.
It's a creature feature.
Also, it's important to note that chat can also play this game. You are just responsible for keeping your own tally, and/or Artsky can probably help navigate keeping score, see who's doing well.
Oh, I'll shout something out here and there. We gotta resize this though. What are you chuckling about?
He sent me a message. It's killing me.
What did Sparky send you?
It's so unrelated, but send me the button for his soundboard that plays the Family Feud theme really fucking loudly. And it's a picture of fucking... Is his name Carl from Up? The, like, old guy?
I think so.
That's the image on the button. It has nothing to do with it. It's sending me, though.
For those at home, the fucking Family Feud soundboard started in a long-winded joke because I tend to like enjoy eating spoonfuls of peanut butter. And it was this long 4 a.m. joke of whether or not a spoonful of peanut butter would be on the Family Feud under the question of, like, what's a great, quick, full meal?
Steve Harvey throws his fucking cards across the stage, and the music's so loud, everybody's celebrating, we can't hear any of them because the music's just fucking blasting the horns.
Creamy peanut butter only. I hate crunchy peanut butter. It's a textural nightmare.
You know, that's pretty based. I do think crunchy leaves a little bit to desire. You're like trying to get the smooth peanut butter going, but then you just, you know?
Yeah.
Although it feels weird because, like, I prefer, like, Reese's, like, peanut butter cups if I'm gonna eat stuff like that. And, like, you kind of get a little bit of a crunch from the chocolate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't bother me.
Sometimes you can get the Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't know if they have them in other countries, but I know in Canada we can get and you're both Canadians, so we can get the peanut butter cups with the like Reese's Pieces in them.
I haven't seen that. I've had the ones with the like caramel in the middle.
I'll send you some with the Reese's Pieces in them. They're really good.
Yippee yippee.
Stop laughing at me. What would you call them?
Reese's Pieces.
The Reese's Pieces, you know?
You don't
No.
say Pieces. That's not
not the word.
I'll fight you.
It's Reese's. The name is Reese. It's not Reese's. They're not Reese's Pieces.
Okay, listen. After you fight Evan, I'm gonna go to your house and we're gonna throw down.
Oh fuck.
And I'm like a whole foot shorter than you, and I'm gonna throw you like a football into the nearest lake.
You're gonna have to go away.
Well, to stall out for Evan a little bit longer, I think the perfect subject for the three of us specifically to talk about is that we're in a new league, trying some new stuff out. Me and Velocity decided to do some Little Cup action. Carly, you did something else that's a little bit more interesting. Do you want to talk about your draft?
Yeah, it was actually a ton of fun. I did apply to be in the Little Cup draft with Velocity and Artsky, but I unfortunately didn't get in. But what I did get into was a Mystery Cup draft, which is, as we all know, in season 21, we had... Yeah. I'm getting to it, Velocity.
You called it a cup.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Minor speaking error. Mystery box draft, run by our good friend Treyand. And basically, each round you get different information, or each round of the draft, you get information on the Pokemon, whether, like, first round, it was, like, types. So you would know one of the Mon's types, and then there would be like a list of potential Mons that it could be. And so like round 1, I picked the normal type box, and I got Terapagos. Round 2, I picked... I can't remember what box it was. I picked a box with a G for the name of the first letter of the Mon's name, and I got Gothitelle. So it's just kind of gambling, a lot of fun. Drafting is sort of the best part. Now I have to do battles in it, and it's a mess.
Drafting and gambling. Can you name two better things together?
I could not. It's been a ton of fun.
Also, you got the wrong one for the Little Cup.
Oh, I think I was Meditite.
Yeah, Meditite is not allowed with pure power.
Ah, well.
Mianfu is just gone.
And if anyone ever wants to join another league with some fun formats, hit up Trey. I'm sure he can get you a link. They have a ton of things. They have infinite fusions. They have...
He posts it in self-promotion every once in a while on IPDL, so...
He does, yeah.
Yeah, but it just... Some of their formats are super fun and super cool.
Alright.
Okay,
Anyways,
now that Evan's back, we can get into
really
the game.
quick. I need to jump in on the Reese's Pieces argument. I stand with Carly. It is
Reese's Pieces. It's the word that exists in the English lexicon.
Nope, it's Reese's Pieces. Also, have y'all ever had a
Holy
Take
fucking
5?
No, So?
I love Take 5.
I don't think I
also
know what that
a
is.
Reese's.
It's not Reese's.
Yes, it is. You get a Reese's peanut butter cup.
It's a Reese's peanut butter cup.
No, it's Reese's.
His name is Reese.
No, it's Reese.
It's not Reese.
Well, that argument will go on forever, so we're gonna get into the segment today.
Talking about.
So, on
it feels
screen,
good to be back.
we got the Pokemon Damage Calculator Part 2, a Cutie Yandere original. Carly, it's up to you. Break it down and let's go.
Perfect. Yeah, so we all know this game from last season. Just a different variation of the same game. You can go ahead to the next slide. Everyone remember how it works?
More
Yep.
or less.
Okay, well, for the chatters specifically, not for these two bozos, if you click the next slide, the rules will be there. So you'll be given a scenario of two Pokemon where one's attacking and one's defending. All relevant items, Terras, and Eevees will be given unless otherwise specified. All Mons are level 100. You can assume that none of the scenarios are trying to trick you or mislead you with unrevealed information, because truthfully, if there's any information unrevealed, that's my bad. It's a QT Yandere L, as we like to call it. We being me in this scenario. Any and all damage over 100% count as the same number. So, I'm not trying to trick you with any scenarios where it's like 200 damage. It kills them on, and that's what we're here for. That's what matters. We're here to kill Pokemon. You will guess the damage calc percent value. If multiple people are in range, they all earn a point. If nobody is within range, the closest person without going over the max damage scores the point instead. Price is Right rules, baby. And then we've got a quick little example here. Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There you go.
Perfect. So this is our first scenario. We've got Reggie Lecky versus Don Bozo himself.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, I think that's a. Ooh. I'm gonna say that's a dead boy.
I'll go for 99%.
Okay.
This fucking guy. I already locked into dead, so.
I mean, if it kills, it kills, but
Alright.
then you win. I'll go 99% though.
To try and stop deliberation, maybe you two should DM me your answers.
Yeah,
for the
DM Carly
remaining.
for the future. And then you can talk about your answers.
It does kill.
It does kill.
Now I'm curious to see the
That is a wild range.
It is a pretty low chance to kill, and as we all know, if it's a low chance to kill, it never kills. We never high roll those.
You're saying there's a chance. Carly, talk about the scenario, and Evan and Velocity, send your answers to Carly.
Sure. We've got a Stellar Terrad Iron Crown clicking Tachyon cutter against a.
Whoa.
That was
I wasn't gonna call it
that
out.
was a slip. That was a slip.
Whoops.
I'm 90.
And Carly, you tell me when they both have their answers into you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just. Okay, I got Velocity's answer, and I've got Evan's answer. Okay, we can.
All right,
to the
talk
next
about your
slide.
answers. Just give it up before we go to the next one.
Velocity, what'd you pick?
So
put
Velocity sent me
35%.
30. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you can really let if you want.
Yeah, you can announce it or you can make them talk about it.
Velocity sent 35 and Evan sent 78%.
Holy
Big
fuck!
difference here.
Ow. Whoa, that thing's getting fucked up.
So unfortunately, this means Velocity has this point because he was the closest without going over.
I really thought it would do more on a neutral hit.
Funny enough, Cake actually got the max roll.
Yeah, we got a lot of really close rolls here.
W call out. Alright.
The chicken's chilling. I don't know what to
It's-
tell you.
Damn.
Whoa. He is chilling. What the heck?
Big vibe.
And now the difficulty's ramping up just a little bit. It's getting more difficult. So he...
What are we doing, folks? What are...
So here we've got a Terra Poison Glamora clicking Mortal Spin onto the very smooth Pokemon Unite Alola Ninetales.
It is very
It's
smooth.
very smooth.
I
I
we know how
did
many turns of
mention
Aurora Veil is left.
I did mention it earlier that I used the Pokemon Unite sprites for some of this. And that they were like alarmingly smooth. Listen, we're not here to talk about prep. We're here to talk about damage, SJ. Okay, we've got Velocity's answer locked and loaded. Just waiting on Evan, doing some figuring.
Yeah.
And just for clarity,
Okay.
when you have a terror written there, that means it is terrored into that type, correct?
Correct. I'm not going to give you the
Oh.
Terra type unless it's Terra'd into that type.
Oh. Okay. I probably should have assumed that.
Okay, so
You know what they say
for
about
this-
assuming, brother.
for this one, Velocity said 19% and Evan said 30. So the point will go to Evan here.
Yippee! I think Velocity would have been more right if it said snow was up.
It's not ice anymore, brother.
Oh, it Terra, you're right. Again, that was just me forgetting the Terra. The reason I was sitting there calcing the whole time in my head was like, should I include snow? It's 4 turns of Aurora Veil, so like maybe snow is relevant, but I didn't know about the Terra rule at that point, so.
I did see a few 30% in chat. Very close. Alright, there's your next one.
Now we've got a Adamant Smeargle with Bug Memory clicking multi-attack.
What the fuck is a bug memory?
I will allow you to look up what bug memory is.
Do you mind if I just explain it to him?
Sure.
So, Velocity, Bug Memory changes the type of multi-attack to be
Oh, I
bug.
see.
That's the question, Ryan Pro.
What's Ryan Pro's question? Because I don't have chat up.
Does that affect non-Silvally?
Yeah, true, because it changes Silvali's type, and then multi-attack also changes for Silvally. But does that work with Smeargle? Because it doesn't have RKS system.
My answer's in.
I do have Velocity's answer locked and loaded. Okay, so there's a big discrepancy between Velocity's answer and Evan's answer. Velocity says it's dead, and Evan says 20%. The actual answer is 37.3 to 43.9. So Evan would...
Pum got really close with a 42.
It does actually change multi-attack to bug without our chaos system. Okay.
It does. Our chaos system only changes the type of the mon, not the type, the move type of multi-attack.
I missed that the Hoopa was teared. I gotta read this shit more closely.
It does learn multi-attack in Nat Dex draft, which was what I was looking at when I was doing this.
Alright, this is your next one.
So here we've got a Shedinja with Focus Sash and the Wonder Guard ability, and a Ditto who has Terrid in it, or who has imposter transformed into, Shedinja.
Hey.
I just realized how fucked up this could be.
But I'm changing my answer. I'm not going with that. Okay, my real answer's in. That's final.
My
Okay.
answer's in.
Okay, you both were pretty close. Velocity said 40%, and Evan said 50. Drum roll, please. Big shout out to I-90 for helping me test this one. But it does not kill because
Shedinja, look out! He's got a hex!
Funny enough, Ditto does not copy HP values. It has its own HP value.
Yeah, I figured that. I just think Shadow Sneak still wouldn't do that fucking much because Shedinja sucks dick.
But the only good stat it has is like attack. In speed.
Yeah, it's still dog.
So who was closer on this one?
that was Evan closer. He said 50%. So Evan gets the point on this one.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. We got a challenge from the. Oh, okay, never mind. That's just what it was.
Alright, there's the next one.
Here we've got a Meowscarada clicking Flower Trick against a Cosmic Power boosted Clefable. Okay, I got the answers locked in. That's 40% from Evan and 40% from Velocity. They agree.
Wow.
Oh, we both went over.
And they did both go over, so neither of them earned the points for this one.
I did see a 30% from Lukup, I think.
The worst part is I was sitting on the fence.
Oh, that was for the last one. He said 35 for this one.
Both of them would have gone over.
Mustard with the 20%. Yippee. Alright, here's your next one.
I think it's Unite Sprite.
We've got
This is the Unite Sprite.
Unusually smooth models. We got a Swoobat using Heat Wave against Mamoswine. It is Terra Fire. Zero it missed. Ryan probably a little jaded after a couple Draco misses last season.
It does say 90% accuracy, so... yikes for me!
If it's under 100%, it's 50%. It either hits or it doesn't, you know?
So true.
It's all dependent on skill.
Except when it's a Scald Burn chance, and then it's a 100% chance even though it says 30.
Okay, we've got really similar answers from Velocity and Evan again. Evan at 60% and Velocity at 65%. So that has Velocity earning the point because he didn't go over.
And he was the closest. That does surprisingly a lot, I gotta say.
It
That
hits
does do surprisingly a lot.
it hits surprisingly hard, considering thick fat. We're just hoping that it doesn't get earthquaked in return here.
Die. Bonus round.
Bonus deluxe.
Why is it
Okay,
Shrek
so-
featured?
I'm assuming that
Holy
was
shit.
cat.
So before we go into the bonus round, I'm really glad that you talked about the little cup league that you joined, because
Oh,
the
we're gonna-
bonus round here are little cup calcs. So maybe help get Velocity and Artsky into the right space for their little cup games.
Billy, do you want to run back that Swoobat answer just for Lookup to know?
Oh, absolutely. The Swoobat was doing with Heatwave 75.3 to 89.7.
There you go. Alright. There you go. First round of Little Cup.
Oh, is that my goat corefish?
Click on this page again, Art.
Little Cup!
Yippee!
Okay, we've got Evan's answer and Velocity's answer. Give chat a second to
Yep.
catch up.
Sparky said I will refrain as he knows the answer.
He does. He does. Yeah, important to note, good call, Shay, that sun is up.
Ryan Pro Erasure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, did Ryan Pro say it? And I didn't. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Ryan
Yep.
Pro.
Yep. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. You're gonna have to click again.
Okay. What?
Oh, wait.
You didn't have an
What?
answer? What did you do, Carly?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Go back in time.
I don't think I can.
We're not
Oh.
supposed to be seeing this art.
We'll never know.
Okay, wait. Give me 1 second here.
Quick, someone play the Sparky quiz noise.
My bad, my bad. Minor technical difficulty.
Hold on, I'll calculate.
No, 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 no. Give me 1 second here.
It's gonna be a magical slide being added.
What? No. Would
Nope.
I do that?
It'll be funny when it doesn't work because I have to, like, leave the full screen or refresh the page.
Okay, there is a new slide added, mysteriously.
Let's see if I can go to it. Nope.
Okay,
Alright, well,
yeah.
back it out.
We're shutting off the eyes for a second. Technical difficulties, technical difficulties.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
This is my mistake, sorry.
Do 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 do. All right, we're back.
Yippee! Surely will work this time. There you go.
So that has, 5 to 50%.
Possible damage amounts 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 10.
Wow, very cool.
So,
So that velocity did go over. That gives Evan the point.
mm.
What are their
Yippee!
answer?
You want to
What are their
remind
answer?
chat what their answers were, just because it's been a little bit.
I said 40%.
Yeah, Evan said 40% and velocity said 70%.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate. The sun cut you in half.
I was including that in my guess.
Damn. Unlucky. Alright, there you go.
And for our last one, we've got Spritzee versus Abra. According to Google, these are two titans in Little Cup.
Abra sure is. Spritzee's high up there, but not a titan. Yeah, it feels like we should get Sparky in here on a little math lesson with Little Cup. It sounds like he knows a thing or two.
He does. He was the mastermind behind. Listen, the Ryan Pro, the stats for this Spritzee were taken straight from the Smogon Little Cup recommended page for Spritzee.
Does it also normally run Moonblast with that set?
Yes, actually.
That's so fucked up.
Okay, we've got Evan with 65 and Velocity with 5%.
I'll
We're
wait
probably
for
both right.
I'll wait for chat to put in a few answers. If they want to still.
The most messed up part about Little Cup is the fact that it's all level 5 Pokemon, so your damage rolls will be like, oh yeah, you could deal 1 damage, or you could deal 75 and kill everything.
Oh,
Your
wait.
roll is nothing to 100%.
What are we waiting on?
Okay, sorry. This will change the calc, but it is, 252 special attack.
Messed up this slide a little bit too, huh?
I did, yeah.
Which one?
The Spritzee is 252 special attack.
I don't got the
Yes,
budget
that
for
changes
that.
things a lot.
Yeah, that changes things a lot. Alright, let's get some resubmissions.
I'll keep it my answer.
Sorry. Little Cup calcs were really weird.
A little bit rushed in at the end, it feels. Alright, are you guys good?
Yeah, Evan
Thumbs
said
up, man.
65% and Velocity said 10%.
Damn, Evan went over.
Damn.
The 55% were just over. SJ went from the right number to a little bit too high.
I
Wait.
was on an Eviolite Abra when you said berry juice,
Di-
but
Yeah, is this calc right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, Little Cup failed you. No.
I did let Little Cup down.
Well,
all right, I'm fully prepared for my Little Cup adventure. Thank you, Carly. My record will be reflected by everything you've taught me. So just know that whatever happens, it's on you, and you can sleep at night knowing that whatever my record is, it is entirely your training that got me there.
Perfect. Let me grab the real answer for chat.
Yep. Go give them the real answer.
You won, brother.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I honestly don't know, so I guess you'll have to go back in the VOD and find out.
Outstanding.
But for anyone who did win or tied for first, you know, you have a free compliment redeemable at any time during the season from Carly, or an insult if you prefer. So if you just feel like you won or tied, you know, maybe check in on with Carly on that.
Yeah, honestly.
I had 20 points, I think. How'd you do, Evan?
I didn't keep track of my own score.
Oh, well.
I thought Art was doing it for us.
Nope.
I also thought that because he kept asking who got that point. So I
The
thought he
real
was...
answer is 63.1 to 78.9.
Or Ryan
Wait,
Pro Erasure, but
that means
you know.
I got that point.
Yeah, I know you got that point.
Yippee!
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
And please don't make fun of me for messing up the little cup slides. I had some issues when I was trying to do calcs.
Sorry,
In that I'm stupid.
your calc days are over, Carly. Put your hands up.
Oh man.
What CalcDex does to a motherfucker.
I
Yeah.
really like playing this game.
No, you can do it again next time. Don't worry.
Oh, yippee!
Uh,
Save!
but that's the
I'll
end of
just
our
have-
comment or content.
I'll just have someone check my work next time.
Yeah, find a source to double check over.
Don't worry, Carly. I can check it for you before we play next time.
Well, see, the thing is like I accept responsibility, right? But I did send it to Art beforehand, and I thought that he'd go through it and make sure because he wasn't playing.
You sent
You
it to
know,
me
not
like
to
right before. What?
He's not a very good proofreader. He let the Skyson graphic go through too.
That's true.
Yeah. To be more fair to Art, though, we all let the Skyson graphic go through because you posted that shit like
It is
an
in
hour
the
ago.
podcast channel
Yeah.
like a while
Yeah.
ago. Anybody could have caught it.
Few mess ups tonight, but what would it be Artski stream without a little bit of scuff?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I trust my co-host.
Unlucky, lucky.
Hey Evan, can I borrow $20? I promise I'll give it back.
Yeah, here you go, bud.
Yes.
Never seeing that money again, am I?
No, you're not.
God damn it, Chad, I miss my wife.
And with that is the end of the podcast today. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you again next week. Thank you, Carly, for coming on. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
Yippee!